Reviving Origins Cuba. Is it worth $22.50? Let's find out. Hey guys, welcome back to Maison Malli. I'm Malli, and today we're taste testing the Reviving Origins Cuba pod. But before we get into the video, guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can do so down below. You guys can also find me over on Instagram, where I make daily coffee recipe videos. If this is something you're interested in, you can find me right here. Let's taste test Cuba. Alrighty guys, so Cuba is back. Honestly, it's been back for a couple months now. I've been meaning to get to this video, but it's a pod that Nespresso had done in previous years, and just due to, I guess, diplomatic things with Cuba, we were never able to get this pod. So it was available in Canada. I know it was available in some other places, but it just hasn't been in the US for a while. So now that it's back and it's $22.50, we're gonna try it out and see if we like it. Guys, keep in mind, regular 7.7 ounce pods are about $14. So we're definitely feeling the price hike on this one because of how exclusive it is, but we also want to make sure that it tastes great. So today we are going to taste test Cuba, and I'll let you know what I think. As always, we're going to open up the box, see what it looks like. Okay, so guys, this is Cuba, right? It's black, blue writing on it. It's a 7.7 ounce pod. Hopefully really good for a big cup of coffee. Let's see what Nespresso has to say about this one. So Nespresso says that it has an intensity of 8. It's a dark and dense coffee, which I would expect from a coffee like this one. When you think kind of Cuba, Puerto Rico, Nicaragua, Mexico, you kind of think like more intense in flavor. So we'll see what we think about this. Here Nespresso says, Café de Cuba, brought to you by Nespresso, a coffee with intense character, solely made from Cuban coffee beans. It is more than a coffee, it is a journey to Cuba. I really want to go to Cuba, so hopefully it takes me there. Other things to note, it says smoky notes, roasted, high bitterness, low acidity, and high roastness. So it's probably more of a darker blend. Let's see. Latin passion, a dark roast. Intense character of this coffee echoes with the passionate rhythms of authentic Cuban culture and boasts powerful and delightful smoky notes of wood and tobacco leaves. Yeah, so sounds like it's a good pod. I usually like the 7.7 ounce pods that are more intense, like Bianco Forte and Intenso. So I'm gonna go ahead and brew this one on up. We're gonna brew it, we're gonna taste it alone, we're gonna taste it with some sugar, and we're gonna taste it with some milk and see if it really is worth that $22.50. So we're back and we have got Café de Cuba brewed and ready to taste test. I smelled it while it was brewing and it smells really good. Like, it really fills your home with the aromas of a nice cup. I think drinking this in the morning, just based on the smell, would be really nice because it's just like really strong aroma of morning coffee. Here again, it says we're supposed to be looking for woody, intense flavors in a dark roast. So let's see what we think. First, I'm going to taste the coffee without anything added. Okay. Oh, okay. The woody definitely hits you on that back end. So when you taste it, you truly get a really strong, bold taste of coffee, a dark roast, a bold kick, and then you get that, wow, it stays in your mouth. You get that aftertaste, that woody aftertaste after. So I guess it tastes exactly as they said it would. If you're someone who likes a really bold cup, this is for you. But it's interesting too because it has a little bit of a sweet taste to it that I wouldn't have expected. Will I be able to drink this without milk, just black? No, that's not really my vibe. But I think if somebody likes their coffee black, they would like this. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and add a tablespoon of sugar. Every time I make these videos, people judge me about adding a tablespoon of sugar, and honestly, I don't really have sugar in my coffee at all. I do it for the taste test because I truly think that sugar brings out the flavor profiles of coffees really nicely. Typically for my morning cup, if it's hot, I don't put any sweeteners in it. I don't put a sugar, or I don't put a syrup. It's usually in my iced coffee that I'll put a tablespoon of syrup in. So you guys can relax with the comments, okay? Now that this is properly dissolved, let's taste what it tastes like with some added sugar. Natural cane sugar at that. It's nice. It's very nice. The sugar makes it nice and smooth. You still have that nice intense flavor, that intense kick. Okay, okay. But I want you guys to keep in mind, for me, so far, is this worth $22? Absolutely, because I don't mind spending $22 on bold coffee or on coffee that I love. But if you are someone who likes a kind of like a light roast, soft profiles, soft flavors, this ain't gonna be for you. Like, if you like your coffee strong, kind of kicks you in the butt when you wake up, very bold flavor, this is gonna be for you. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and warm some milk up, add it to this, and see what we think. Alrighty, I'm back. I've got some milk that I warmed up on my Breville Barista Touch. I'm just gonna go ahead, add that on in there. Give it another little mix. Let's taste. Interesting. I think it loses a lot of the boldness when you add milk to it. So again, if you want to keep this one really strong in its profiles, I would suggest maybe a tad bit of milk. I don't really think that I added that much, maybe about 2 ounces or so. But it's still really good. I'm just surprised at how much it lost the flavors with the milk added. Like, I still expected a stronger punch. I feel as though when I brew Intenso or Bianco Forte, even after I add a creamer to it or a milk to it, the coffee holds up really well to the creamer and the milk. I'm gonna cleanse my palate and see what happens. Hold on. Okay, I had some water. Let's taste this again. Yeah, it's not as bold as I thought it would remain after adding milk, but I still think it's a really good cup of coffee. I take back what I said. If you like a lighter coffee, like something not super intense in taste, then I think you would like this added with milk. If you want a really nice bold coffee, I would suggest not adding too much milk. Has this changed my opinion on whether I would buy it or not? Honestly, yes. So for $22.50, you know, I have to love it, right? And it's not that I don't like it. I like it. I think it's a fine cup. Do I think that it's worth $22.50 after you add your milk and stuff, which most people are going to do that? No, I don't. I think you can easily use a Mexico or a Intenso, a Bianco Forte, and kind of get the same effect. Will I be buying this sleeve again? No. Will I use them? Sure. I just feel like when I first tried it, it was a grand experience. Like tasting it alone, tasting it with the sugar was like, but now with the milk, it's just kind of like any other cup of coffee. So do with that information what you may. My friend actually really likes Cuba, so I might give this to her, the remaining 9. It's not that I don't like it again, it's just that with milk added, I just think it's like any other coffee. So that's my honest review of this pod. Guys, thank you always for stopping by my channel. Guys, drop it in the comments down below. Let me know, have you tried Café de Cuba? What do you think of it? Is it something you'd buy? Something you've tried and will not buy again? I'd like to know. In addition to that, Hawaii Kona did just relaunch, and you guys know I love Hawaii Kona. Do I have a video on that? I can't quite recall. I probably do. If I have a full review video of it, taste test, I'll post it right here. But if I do not have a full video, I'll post another video right here where I talk about it. But guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.